Channel 1, Channel 2, Channel 1, Channel 2, Channel 1, Channel 2, Channel 1, Channel 2.
College of Journalism and Mass Communications. Star City News starts now.
Hello and welcome to Star City News. I'm Danny Burke.
And I'm Katrina Spurl. The warm weather this past weekend didn't last very long as the snow came back in the forecast this morning. Star City's Abby Peterson has more.
Katrina, that's right, and the Lincoln Police Department responded to a high volume of accidents throughout the day following the snow and ice that covered the roads after last night. As of 2 p.m. today, Lincoln Police had responded to over 61 accident calls. 21 city crews spent the morning spreading salt on bridges and major roads. All crews remained on duty throughout the day to monitor the street conditions and treat areas as needed. The National Weather Service has issued a winter weather advisory until 6 p.m. tonight. Reporting in Lincoln, Abby Peterson, Star City News.
Wow, it's crazy to think that just this weekend it was upper 60s and now we're seeing snow. What's up with that, Dylan?
Yeah, absolutely. It has been quite a ride weather-wise. There's a nice low pressure system that has pushed through, and it has brought a lot of moisture, a lot of cold temperatures, and some snow and some really strong winds. So I'll certainly have all of that coming up in just a bit, but for now, just kind of hang on to the seat of your pants and hopefully don't blow away in the wind.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's lightly snowing in Lincoln and 28 degrees. In 3 minutes, I'll have a deeper look at our Nebraska weather forecast.
Just traffic-wise, you can see some of these pictures that we've had from outside, just outside of the studio actually, of some windy conditions going on, and it is just snow-wise. Traffic conditions have been pretty miserable throughout the day, so hopefully we'll see a little bit of improvement coming forward.
Hopefully. Well, a Nebraska Native American tribe is moving forward with plans for a casino. The Ponca tribe of Nebraska announced last week it is continuing plans to build a casino on its own 5-acre plot land in Carter Lake, Iowa, near the Nebraska border. Chairman Larry Wright Jr. said the tribe is evaluating their options and moving forward despite recent legal challenges from the Council Bluffs city attorney. The complaint issued from Council Bluffs stems from a desire to protect the revenue state licensed casinos. Those casinos produce about $3 million annually for the city. In November, the National Indian Gaming Commission approved the Ponca tribe to build the casino. The tribe has not announced definitive plans for construction.
2 tigers who are among the most endangered tiger species in the world are making the Lincoln Children's Zoo their forever home in 2019. The tigers were born and currently live at the San Diego Zoo. The move to Lincoln is part of a longer-term species survival plan. Of the 230 or so accredited zoos and aquariums in the country, Lincoln Zoo will be one of 15 or 16 to house a Sumatran tiger. The 2 tigers will be a part of the zoo's $16 million and 10-acre expansion, along with giraffes, spider monkeys, and the idea of a year-round zoo.
Lincoln police responded to 2 different calls from stolen firearms from residents' garages on Friday. LPD tracked down 3 suspects, Jaron Ewings, Noah Longwell, and Marcus Haynes, and took them into custody. Lincoln police then found the other suspect's car, which was being driven by 19-year-old Nicholas Roan. Once spotted, Roan accelerated toward an officer who was just able to get out of the way in time. Roan then crashed the car and fled on foot, eventually being arrested in Seward.
A pit bull terrier is on the loose after biting its owner. Star City's Parker Siza is live in the newsroom with more. Parker?
Yeah, guys, a white pit bull terrier named Zeus attacked his owners near a house on 31st and Potter Streets. The dog then fled the scene and now is at large.
A pit bull attack early this morning at this North Central Lincoln residence.
The 25-year-old victim reported her 2-year-old pit bull named Zeus became aggressive towards her husband. The victim grabbed a bat to protect her kids, and Zeus attacked her.
Zeus bit the victim's hand, chest, and leg. When Lincoln police arrived, the dog was still attacking.
An officer tased the dog, and he let go of her and ran southbound from the home.
The pit bull has yet to be found. The Lincoln Division Manager of Animal Control, Steve Beal, said his department is actively pursuing to capture the animal.
We always want to quarantine any animal that someone's bitten by. So our main goal right now is to protect the public's health, and particularly this individual that was bitten.
The pit bull is on record at Animal Control as a licensed pet and has no previous incidents.
If the public sees this dog, if it is out running at large and they see it, we want them to call us, because that'll certainly help us get to where it's at, get it safe, get it under quarantine.
Now, Zeus is a white pit bull terrier like the one in this picture. That is not Zeus. That is just to show you what this dog could look like. Anyone with information on where the dog is urged to call animal control. For Star City News, I'm Parker Siza. Back to you, Katrina and Danny.
Thanks, Parker. Coming up next, find out what deal North Korea is potentially willing to make.
And hear what new bill may allow salons to serve alcohol in Nebraska. That and more coming up next on Star City News.
Ever have trouble traversing the busy streets and sidewalks of Lincoln? The University of Nebraska contracts with StarTrain to prevent those transportation headaches. The East, City, and Innovation campuses are all connected through routes that run Monday through Friday during the fall and spring semesters. While low prices are available for all passengers, students, faculty, and staff receive additional deals. All students actually receive an annual bus pass through their student fees. Cut traffic out of your day and experience these convenient services.
The Cat House is a local no-kill cat shelter and adoption center where volunteers pledge to care for and provide a loving home to hundreds of cats every day. The cats are housed in spacious rooms where visitors can interact and play with the cats. Donating to the Cat House provides medical care and helps find these cats a forever home. Located on the corner of 37th and O Street, visit the Cat House today to donate or adopt.
Searching for a college can be challenging. There's so many things to look for. Dorms, campus involvement, classes, and facilities all play a factor. So why not take a campus visit? At UNL, you can sign up for a campus visit Monday through Friday in the morning or the afternoon. All visits include a welcome session, walking campus tour, and an academic appointment with a specific major. We aim to provide the ultimate student experience with every visit, so sign up for your campus visit today.
We'll see you soon!
Visit admissions.unl.edu for information on how to sign up.
Get your ice cream fix today from the UNL Dairy Store. The UNL Dairy Store features a great variety of flavors and options and has offered their delicious treats with the University of Nebraska-Lincoln since 1917. The store also features special happy hour prices Monday through Friday. Stop in at the UNL Dairy Store today and enjoy some delicious handmade ice cream. You owe it to yourself.
Welcome back to Star City News. A bill has been introduced to remove a current ban on serving alcohol in hair salons. Star City's Marjani Knighton has more.
A hair salon is a place to get pampered and unwind, or just to get a regular haircut. But some might want to sip on something a little more relaxing. On January 17th, Senator Merv Rippey introduced a bill to remove the ban of alcohol in all salons.
Be customer friendly, and I think they're doing it in other parts of the country. It just seemed like a logical step for us to move on to.
To him, it just didn't make sense to only give some and not all the same opportunity.
Have separate areas where they are able to serve some alcohol, just part of their marketing or taking care of their customers.
With Senator Rippey believing the bill will have no problem being passed, there are some salons that think there's no point in serving alcohol. Salon owner Kendra Trumbley of the Hair Lounge is one of those people who disagree.
It's not something that I put at the forefront to gain customers. That's not what we're about.
The main concern for Trumbley is customers being slightly under the influence when their appointment is over.
Pace environment, serving the alcohol really doesn't come into play because they would be drinking and leaving within a 30 to 45 minute time period.
Of course, like all other businesses wanting to serve alcohol, they must still have a liquor license, and it will be regulated by the State Liquor Control Commission. I'm Marjani Knighton from Star City News reporting.
South Korean officials, North Korean leader Kim Jong-un said he is willing to begin negotiations with the United States on abandoning its nuclear weapons and would suspend all nuclear and missile tests. A statement from South Korean President Moon Jae-in said that the North Korean side clearly stated its willingness to denuclearize. It was made clear that they would have no reason to keep nuclear weapons if the military threat to the North was eliminated and its security was guaranteed. President Trump reacted with hesitant optimism to the news. The president tweeted today, possible progress being made in talks with North Korea. For the first time in many years, a serious effort is being made by all parties concerned. The world is watching and waiting. Maybe false hope, but the U.S. is ready to go hard in either direction.
What do Jay-Z, Beyonce, and Mary Poppins have in common? They're all in the news in tonight's Hollywood Minute with David Daniel.
there's no mistaking that silhouette. Disney's dropped the first teaser trailer for Mary Poppins Returns, opening in December.
It is wonderful to see you.
Yes, it is, isn't it?
Remember Me from Coco didn't just give Disney and Pixar another Oscar, it made Robert Lopez, who wrote the song with his wife, Kristen Anderson Lopez, the world's first double EGOT, winner of at least 2 Emmys, Grammys, Oscars, and Tonys. The couple also won an Oscar for Let It Go from Frozen, and he also has 2 Daytime Emmys, 3 Grammys, and 3 Tony Awards.
What's better than 1 billionaire? 2. Especially if they from the same hue as you.
Is a new Jay-Z Beyonce tour in the offing? Monday morning, Beyonce's Facebook and Ticketmaster pages listed an On the Run 2 concert July 30th in Philadelphia, but the posts were quickly deleted. No comment yet from the pair on whether the posts were wishful thinking or merely jumped the gun. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
Thank you, David. A new study has some troubling results. It found that the number of children overdosing on opioids has doubled. Mary Maloney explains why and how to prevent it in today's Health Minute.
A new study published in the journal Pediatrics says the number of children admitted to hospitals for opioid overdose has nearly doubled since 2004. Researchers believe many of these overdoses were likely caused by the child taking prescription medications after discovering them at home.
Since the end of December 2016, we have seen an amazing, alarming increase in the number of accidental overdose deaths.
The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention says about 60,000 children end up in emergency rooms each year because they're ingesting medication while adults are not watching. Here's some ideas to protect them. Keep medicines out of children's reach and sight. Lock them up if you need to. Remember to always put them away immediately, even those daily vitamins you may take. Also, teach your child or children in your care about medicine safety. And never tell them medicine is candy. For today's Health Minute, I'm Mary Maloney.
Thank you, Mary. Many Europeans have been assessing the damage from recent wintry weather.
That's right, Katrina. They're calling it the beast from the east.
Can you tell us what this is, or what it got caused, or what caused this, excuse me?
Yeah, this has been a pretty crazy weather week for Europe. You know, last week we had the video from Rome of the priests in Rome having a snowball fight. And here's some shocking video of the biggest mass stranding of dead sea life in the United Kingdom history. It's tens of thousands of dead starfish, some clams that have washed up on a British beach on March 3rd after a week of freezing temperatures and stormy weather that has been battering that region of the world. The starfish have covered most of the beach, but it's other marine life as well. The Natural History Museum says while the sight of the dead sea life is upsetting, the stranding is not a cause for concern, saying that the starfish reproduce pretty quickly and usually can bounce right back. So nothing to be too concerned about, but weather-wise, while we've been having some crazy weather here, they certainly have been in Europe as well.
Yeah, well, it's kind of a shame to see them all washed up, but at least there's some positive news in that they'll regenerate and come back.
Yeah, absolutely. So,
well, now let's take a look at what Matt Reynoldson has coming up for sports.
This weekend, the Nebraska softball team played host to Wichita State, and both Nebraska basketball teams are on bubble watch this week. We'll have more coming up later in Star City Sports.
Where do you want to go? What do you want to do? Visit the Education Abroad office or go online to find out more information. Education Abroad. Go big, go abroad.
The Capital Humane Society offers a wide variety of pets, from cats and dogs to rabbits and reptiles. The Capital Humane Society will help you find the right pet. With private rooms, you are allowed to meet and play with the animal of your choice. The Capital Humane Society offers adoption fees that are half the cost of a pet store. Call the Humane Society at 402-441-4488 or visit their website, capitalhumanesociety.org, for more information on pets that are currently available.
Huskers Helping Huskers Pantry Plus is an on-campus pantry at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, offered to students in need. This is a resource for students who struggle with food or shelter insecurity, providing food, hygiene, and school supplies. Located on the third level of the Student Union, all you need to access the pantry is your student IN card. Want more information on donations or using the pantry? Please visit our website or come on up and see us.
For a touch of the outdoors, come on down to the UNL Outdoor Adventure Center and Bike Shop. Come enjoy a climb on our fun indoor rock wall, visit the bike shop for bike rentals and repairs. On top of that, the Outdoor Adventure Center also offers many other outdoor activities and trips throughout the year, such as camping, hiking, and canoeing. The Outdoor Adventure Center is located on the beautiful UNL campus with friendly and knowledgeable staff who are ready to help. For more information, go to the Outdoor Adventure Center website or call them at 402-472-4777.
Well, after a beautiful weekend where we saw temperatures across much of southeast Nebraska in the 60s, we've been on a little bit of a slippery slope, quite literally and figuratively, here in Lincoln today. Temperatures are a lot cooler than what we saw this weekend, 34 degrees right now here in Lincoln. We've seen some flurries and some snowfall throughout the day. That's making roads pretty slick, but it's really the wind right now that is making it pretty unbearable outside. They're out of the northwest right now at about 30 to 35 miles an hour, and that's bringing in a lot of cold Canadian air into the region right now. That is cooling things down a lot. And you can see this right now across the entire state of Nebraska, especially as you look toward the north. 25 up in Ballantyne. A little bit cooler as you head further north into the Dakotas. A little bit warmer, though, up in Chadron, 35. And then, obviously, in the southwestern portion of the state right now, 43 in McCook, 45 in Hill City down in north central Kansas. And then cooler as you head back toward home, 29 in Norfolk, obviously 34 right now in Lincoln. So overall, a lot cooler than what we saw over the past few days. And it has certainly been a cause for concern if you've been outside at all today. It has been a frigid day. And really, you can see this. We are well below average for this time of year. 48 degrees our average. We are 12 degrees today below what we saw. And that high temperature that we saw of 36 actually happened at midnight. So we have only been going down temperature-wise throughout the day today. Could certainly be a lot worse. Negative 11, that low that was set back in 1888, but certainly not very nice right now. Now, we mentioned there was some precipitation in the area throughout the day, and certainly if you've been outside, it has been making those road conditions pretty slick. We can see not a whole lot of precipitation in the area right now, but you can see this system that is back into the southwestern or to the southeast region of Lincoln right now, kind of bringing its way right into the St. Louis area, but really not a whole lot of precipitation going on here in Lincoln at least. And as we look through wind chills throughout the rest of the evening, we are going to see that things will continue to cool down. In association with that low pressure system, winds are going to continue to ramp up at least for the next couple hours before we start to see a slight decrease in the winds throughout the morning. So we can kind of see this trend. We will continue to be in the teens throughout the evening with a lot of cloud cover and not a whole lot of moonlight or sunshine, especially as we head into the morning hours before we do finally start to see a little bit of a warming as we get to 19 degrees. Certainly not as nice as we've seen over the past few days, but a little bit of an improvement from what we'll be seeing around midnight tonight. So certainly if you have any plans this evening, make sure you're taking that into consideration that it is going to be cold. Now, the good news is we have a little bit of a warm up. There's a lot of sunshine on this graphic. We have 3 straight days of sunshine that are going to bring some warmer temperatures into the region. We'll get those winds to shift out from the north into the south. So instead of this cold Canadian air that we've been seeing, we'll start to see a little bit of this warm air out of the Gulf of Mexico that should start to bring temperatures up. And if we can get rid of some cloud cover, we should actually see temperatures get very close to the 60-degree mark. We'll see if it actually happens. But certainly it will provide the chance for a warmer weekend than what we've seen, at least to the start of our week, this week, certainly. So then as we head into our weekend, we see another shot, once again, for a chance for some precipitation. Saturday, we see a chance for some rain, and certainly a little bit cooler than what we saw this past weekend. But it's hard to complain for this time in February. It should be a lot colder than it was, especially from this last weekend. But we just got to get through this today and maybe tomorrow, and then maybe see a little bit of a warm-up for the rest of our week.
So we're done with the snow.
Well, unfortunately, I wouldn't put away your snow shovel quite yet. For now, we can say that it's done, but I wouldn't bank on the rest of March being completely dry, unfortunately.
Okay, well, fingers crossed. And up next, Matt Reynoldson will tell us how the Husker baseball team did in Wichita this weekend.
Plus, a look at what the Nebraska men's and women's basketball team's chances are to make a run in the NCAA tournament. You're watching Star City News.
People are tired of listening to the same old sports shows. We'll be tired no longer and tune into the Second String on KRNU2. Join hosts Alex Fernando.
Listen, the Big Ten will not have a team in the playoffs.
And Nate Muehlbach.
Don't know why we're discussing this.
The Warriors are the best basketball team of all time. As we bring you all the info and news from around the sporting world. So tune into the Second String, Mondays at 7, only on KRNU2. For over 28 years, the Lincoln Children's Museum has been creating playtime for thousands of kids and their families. Children can create, discover, and learn through the power of play. The Lincoln Children's Museum also offers several programs and camps throughout the year. Located in the heart of downtown on P Street. Come have fun at the Lincoln Children's Museum.
Explore Morrill Hall, located on the UNL campus.
Welcome into Star City Sports. I'm Matt Reynoldson. Both the Nebraska men's and women's basketball teams face a strenuous week after losing in their conference tournaments. According to bracketologists, both teams sit on the proverbial bubble of making the NCAA tournament. The bracket predictors have not been impressed with the 22-10 record of the men's team, but the Huskers believe they've done enough to get in.
Pay attention to results, not the computer predicting how we're going to do.
If you ask me my opinion, I think we've proven throughout the year that we're a tournament team.
Jordy, the NCAA selection committee chairman was at the game today. If you had a chance to sit down and talk to him, what would you say?
Let us in.
Nebraska is riding the coattails of 8 wins in its last 11 games. Right now, the main argument against the Huskers is quality wins, with only top 50 win of the season coming in January against Michigan. The men's selection show is Sunday afternoon. Heading into Judgment Day, Nebraska sits at 22-10 after a 13-5 Big Ten record. The Husker women sit at 21-10 after an 11-5 conference record and boast 5 top 75 wins. By record, the Huskers are the second most improved team in the nation this season under Big Ten Coach of the Year, Amy Williams. Well, the Nebraska baseball team was in action this weekend for its first road series of the season. The weather felt like early spring, but the Huskers' time in Wichita would be anything but breezy. The Huskers were looking to get the offense going against an undefeated team in Wichita State. Several Husker fans showed up at X Stadium to cheer on the Big Red as Nebraska tried to shake off numerous pitching injuries from the first week. Strong pitching did not last long as the Shockers hit 6 home runs in the series, 3 of them for grand slams. Wichita State All-Americans Grayson Genesta and Omaha native Alec Boehm hurt the Huskers with the big bats this weekend. Just as it looked as if all was lost for the Nebraska baseball team, trailing by 2 in Sunday's 9th inning, senior Zach Rapinski stepped up to the plate and blasted a 2-run homer to tie the game and send it to extra innings.
It was just, be aggressive, be on the fastball, and, just kind of screw it, just get over it and just fight from there. So we weren't going to get down on ourselves right there. We knew that we had to fight back, and that was the deal right there.
Nebraska's Jesse Wilkening hit the go-ahead home run in the top of the 10th inning to win the game on Sunday. Now on to Nebraska softball, as the Huskers were playing host to the Shockers of Wichita State. Little home-and-home series between Nebraska baseball and softball. The Huskers had a doubleheader on Saturday, losing the first game 6-2 and winning the second one 3-1. Sunday did not go as well for the Husker women, losing 8-0 in just 5 innings. While Nebraska has a new football commit, the third in-state scholarship prospect for 2019 has officially joined the fold. Norfolk Catholic lineman Ethan Piper held offers from Iowa, Ohio, Air Force, and others. But after receiving his Nebraska offer a week ago, the 6'6", 280-pound prospect couldn't say no. Recruited as a defensive lineman by new black shirt coordinator Eric Chenander, Piper has been timed at a 4.8-second 40-yard dash. Other schools were recruiting him to be an offensive tackle, but Nebraska saw a future black shirt in the Norfolk product. Sticking with football, it's now time for your play of the day. Shaquem Griffin with the fastest 40-yard dash in NFL Combine history, well, since 2003. What a great story for him, the one-handed linebacker impressing Pete Carroll and others at the NFL Combine.
That play of the day was very impressive.
Yeah, talk about incredible. He's only got one hand, and a lot of scouts are projecting that he's going to go in the 4th round in the draft, huh?
Well, guys, he didn't actually get a Combine invite until after the Senior Bowl. So what a story for him, the MVP of the Peach Bowl win for UCF over Auburn, and a great story for the NFL. Here's hoping he gets drafted higher than that 4th round.
Yeah, absolutely. Wish the best for him. And coming up next, find out which actor didn't get his Ideal Award at the Oscars this weekend.
Thousands of Nebraskans face homelessness every year. The most requested items at homeless shelters are socks. But a group of Lincoln skateboarders are working to change that. Skate for Change is a program dedicated to taking action by combining skateboarding and outreach. Through Skate for Change, young skaters have the opportunity to give back to their community. Whether it's cleaning parks or delivering socks and hygiene kits to the homeless, Skate for Change is here to empower individuals to become positive influences. Join the cause at skateforchange.org.
Located at Henslick Hall is UNL's Pixel Lab. At the Pixel Lab, UNL students and faculty can take advantage of professional-grade print services. For major projects, normal printers simply will not do. They lack the sizes, materials, and resources the Pixel Lab can provide. Simply save your project as a PDF and head over to Henslick Hall. You're important, and so is your work. Open weekdays from 8 a.m. to 5 o'clock, the Pixel Lab team is staffed with helpful employees ready to assist you. For your next project, be sure to stop by the Pixel Lab.
Established in 1978, KZUM has been the voice of the Lincoln community for more than 40 years.
From humble 10-watt beginnings to streaming worldwide, this nonprofit radio station provides talk, news, and music programming of all genres.
KZUM has over 90 volunteer programmers, giving a voice to the Lincoln community.
To learn how you can program your own show, visit kzum.org.
Like us on Facebook to keep up with the upcoming events of many kinds.
The University of Nebraska-Lincoln Sport Clubs offers students the opportunity to compete in sports during their college career. The 33 clubs are run entirely by students and foster growth in life skills through competition ranging from the inter-squad to national level. By joining a sport club, students are sure to create friendships and memories that will last a lifetime. To join a club, visit the sports club website or stop in to the campus rec.
Welcome back to Star City News. Well, the Oscars recorded a record low for ratings this year, and one actor did as well. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's movie Baywatch won the Razzie Award for Worst Movie Made this year. However, The Rock accepted the award with open arms.
Razzie are the annual awards given out to Hollywood's worst movies, and I have officially won one. But here's the cool thing. The movie was so bad, they actually had to create another category. I'm not kidding. That category, the new category is a movie so rotten, you eventually fell in love with it. I'm not kidding. I made Baywatch with the best of intentions. It didn't work out like that, but I humbly and graciously accept my Razzie, and I thank you critics, thank you fans, and look, at the end of the day, movie so rotten you eventually fell in love with it. That's just the way love goes.
Wow, he was really chill about the whole thing.
Yeah, he's a class act, you know. He's got so many awards for other great movies. He was a good sport about this one. And, well, Dylan, you got a last look at weather. What are we looking?
Yeah, well, certainly some slick spots. If you have any plans tonight from some of the precipitation we've had, a little bit of a warm-up in the future, maybe some precipitation this weekend. We also have the time change, daylight savings time change will happen this weekend. So make sure you prepare to set your clocks. Right. Spring forward an hour, so fortunately lose an hour of sleep. But maybe the weather will be a little bit nicer this weekend than what we've seen today. So
yeah, I guess it's a little bit of a trade-off there, the hour of sleep, but hopefully better weather.
Right, yep. That's
warm weather.
Right, warm weather, hopefully.
That's right. Well, that's all the time we have for you tonight on Star City News. I'm Danny Burke.
And I'm Katrina Spurl. Thanks for watching.